In this video, I'm gonna give you 7 secrets to starting a successful online store. Let's get into all 7 of the secrets right away. So the first one is to niche down. This is the #1 mistake I see so many beginners make. I'll talk about all of these later in this video. Number 1, niche down. Number 2, create a tribe. You wanna create a group of people that love your brand, that would, not literally die for your brand, but would do whatever it takes to promote your brand. Number 3, influencers. It's 2017, at the time of the recording this video, it's the new age. There's influencers on Instagram, social media, all over the place. This is the way to sell products currently. Next up is YouTube. You're watching a YouTube video right now. Not only is YouTube great for interesting content, fun stuff, but it's also great for getting your brand out there, getting your online store and your personality out there, because that's what people want to buy. They want to buy you. They want to buy from your online store, and you're an individual. They're not trying to buy from this giant company. If they wanted to do that, they'd go to some other website. So YouTube, number 4. Number 5, product listing ads, aka Google Shopping. This is the best, period. This is the best way to spend your advertising dollars, in my opinion, period. There may be a few small little things, but for scalability, this is the way that I get most of my traffic to my website. Most of my sales come from product listing ads. Highly recommend this one. We'll talk about more later in this video. Number 6, this is the best tip. And since this is a YouTube video, I got to keep that secret. So you're gonna have to wait till we get to number 6 to get this. But this tip, in my opinion, is the most important thing. And you're currently probably doing it, but maybe not doing it as much as you should be. Number 7, email marketing. This one you're probably doing to some degree, but you're probably not doing it as well as you could be, and I'll give you a bunch of tips on how to improve it. So let's start with number 1, niching down. Like I said, so many beginning entrepreneurs, online store owners, everything, make a mistake and they don't niche down enough. You really want to niche it down as much as possible. It's not enough to say your niche is women 35 to 50. That's so broad. A little bit better is saying moms 35 to 50. Still way too broad. A little bit better, upper class moms 35 to 50, still too broad. You want to get so specific that it's almost ridiculous. You want to say something like upper class vegan yoga moms 35 to 50 who buy from Lululemon, who own a pair of Lululemon pants. That's specific. In fact, I'd even take it one step farther and create an avatar. Now, I'm not talking about that old movie, I guess it's not that old, but that movie Avatar. I'm talking about create a persona, create a person, create Sue, and say, hey, Sue is my ideal customer. She is the #1 customer I'd like to have in my company. Every time you create an Instagram post, a Pinterest ad, you think about Sue. Would Sue like this? And if Sue wouldn't like it, don't do it. And now you could create a few different avatars. You can create one that represents a few different types of people within your brand. For instance, my dance clothing company, we have one avatar that is a dance studio owner, another avatar that's a dance mom, and another one that would be a dance teacher. And all 3 of them have slightly different personalities. We're trying to target each one of them differently when we're doing Instagram ads or Pinterest ads. But creating an avatar will really help your online marketing methods, designing your website, literally everything you do. So the next up in a related tangent is create a tribe. What you want to do, and to take this even a step further, is create your 1,000 true fans. Now, this is an old Kevin Kelly article, I believe, and he said, if you can get 1,000 people that just love you, love your brand, love who you are, your product, whatever it is, and are willing to give you $100 once a year, just $100. And think about that, that's not that crazy. There's people that I follow that I would give $100 for everything that they do. So let's say you've had 1,000 people that would each give you $100. You could easily make $100,000 a year. So what you want to do is think of who would your 1,000 true fans be? Would they be vegan yoga moms? And if so, keep that in the back of your head. And what this ends up doing is it ends up creating this group that would literally get a tattoo of your product on their shoulder. Now, this is just a temporary tattoo, but this is one of my companies. This is Performance Nut Butter. It's a company that I have. We make a nut butter product, obviously a macadamia coconut cashew nut butter product. And this is one of the people that I sent them a free jar a long time ago, and they loved the product so much they paid to get a temporary tattoo made, put on their shoulder, and go run a race. So thank you for that. That was awesome. And it's people like that that make having a business so amazing. And you better bet he is at the Spartan race telling other people about Performance Nut Butter. If he likes it enough to put a tattoo on his shoulder, he likes it enough to talk about it and spread the message. You want to get fans like that. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, I got 2 books to recommend to you. The first is Primal Branding. Very important. It talks a lot about how you can create a brand that people really want to stand behind. And one of the points I'll just pick out from the book is you need to have an us versus them mentality. Your product is not for everyone. In fact, you want to say anybody that likes this kind of a thing is our enemy. And that creates this primal tribal nature. So let me give you an example of this. With performance nut butter, if you like sugar and candy and all junk food, you are the enemy. Like, you get away from us. It's disgusting. I'm sorry for anyone watching this, but that's the mentality of the brand. Is we're a healthy food. We're about performance. If you're lazy sitting on the couch eating candy bars, you're the opposite. You're not one of us. You need to create that polarity right there. That's why certain presidents win, and they're able to polarize audiences. If everybody likes you, then nobody loves you. You want to be someone that someone's willing to stand on the rooftops and shout about. That also means people are probably going to hate your brand. Enough about that. Tribes is another great book. I'll let you read both these books. It's all about how to create tribes, obviously. So the next up is number 3, influencers. And this is the age of social influencers. Our brains are wired. They're wired to listen to leaders. That's just, we're humans, we're primates, that's part of what it is. Now, the interesting thing about the internet is these leaders, these thought leaders, are now on Instagram. They're now on Twitter. They're now on all these locations. And using influencer marketing is a great way to leverage that. You can either send free products and ask people to post about it, or you can do paid influencer marketing. Both are great options. Be careful when paying people. A lot of people will try to jack up the prices. I'd say start off sending out free products to people. Definitely message them first and see if they're willing to do a post in exchange. It's a great way to get the word out there. And to be honest, if they're not willing to do it for free, it might not be the best place to start. You can definitely make a lot of money doing paid, but I'd say get your feet wet with just a free product. Next up is YouTube. And I think this is very, very powerful. In fact, it's so powerful, you're watching a YouTube video right now. And I'm willing to bet you trust me a little bit more than if you were just reading an article. When you just read an article, there's no personality behind it. Once again, we're primates. Our brains are wired to listen to people, to listen to the way they talk and say, hey, I trust that person or I don't. And there's some people watching this video that don't trust me, but a lot of people are probably realizing that I'm spending my free time making free content and they're going to listen to me. Same is true for your brand, your company. Whatever your website is, maybe you have a website where you sell peanut butter. That's an example I've been using recently. And with your website, you have YouTube videos where you talk about the best peanut butters and you have reviews of peanut butters. You're able to get trust. And when you say, oh my gosh, this is the best peanut butter I've ever had, you guys need to buy it. By the way, you can buy it down below. Here's a link. They're gonna buy it from you because they've listened to you, they like you. They would rather give you their money than some big brand somewhere else. So YouTube is a great way not only to create some trust, but also to build a all-around brand. It also is a great way to get content marketing. It's so much easier to rank a YouTube video high up in YouTube than it is an article high up in Google. YouTube, I believe, last I checked, is the #2 most popular search engine. It goes Google, YouTube, and then Bing. And who uses Bing anymore, right? So more people are using YouTube than Bing. Almost as many people are searching for things on YouTube as they are on Google. And the interesting thing is there is like 1/1000th as many YouTube videos as there are blog articles. So it's so much easier to rank. And all you need is a halfway decent camera and some decent audio. You don't even need that. You could probably just use your phone. I'm not going to belabor this point too much, but it builds trust and you can make a statement. You can also get a lot of easy traffic to your website. So number 5, product listing ad, Google shopping ads. If you have the money, you have a little bit of a budget to spend, I would start here. At least at this point in my life, I would start here. It depends on what your product is. But just to let you know, so Google Shopping is right here. If you search for something in Google and you see all the different items that come up with price tags underneath that, that is Google Shopping. And why is this so powerful, you might be wondering? Well, it's so powerful because it shows a picture of the item, so someone knows before they click what they're clicking on. And it shows a price. So once again, someone knows this is about how much it's gonna cost. And on top of that, if someone's clicking on that, it's because they're ready to buy a product, or they're much more willing to buy a product, as opposed to a text ad, just a regular AdWords text ad, which people might be interested in more information. So I believe I have yellow dance pants searched for right here. Now, if I do a text ad, someone might just be interested in learning more about what types of yellow dance pants are. They might not have that buyer intent. With a product listing ad, there's a much higher buyer intent because the price, because the image, they picked out your image out of all 5 of the other images. So product listing ads are very, very powerful. Next up, and this is, I think, the most important tip, and you may already know this to some degree, but I just want to reiterate this to you, so important, keep learning. Whatever you do, keep learning. This is what's going to separate you from your competitors. The fact that you're watching this YouTube video, the fact that you're excited to learn about e-commerce. This is the difference between, really us and the animals in a lot of ways, but this is the difference between you and anyone else out there that's not being successful. If you continue to watch YouTube videos like this, you continue to read articles, podcasts. I do have a podcast. I'll put the link down below. You're going to learn so much more, and you're going to find out tips that you never would have found out before. You're going to have ideas and thoughts. So number 6, this is a secret that really shouldn't be a secret. Keep learning, read, research. There's podcasts, there's YouTube videos, there's articles, there's courses. I do have courses. I'll put a link down below and up here. I have a starter course and a Facebook ads course currently. Whatever you do, paying for knowledge is probably the best ROI on your money. When you spend $1 on knowledge, you'll easily get back $10, $100. So anyways, number 6, keep learning. Number 7, email marketing. And you're probably doing email marketing wrong, at least to some degree. So let me give you some tips really quickly. Number 1, you should be segmenting your list. And you know what? It's really easy to say this. I know it's hard to do it. I've only recently started doing it and it's already paid off. I'm very happy I'm doing it. So here's some segments, new emails. So anytime someone signs up for your lead magnet or signs up on your website but hasn't purchased yet, you put them in one bucket. And the goal of that bucket is to sell them. So maybe you have a discount ladder. Maybe you say, hey, I saw you just signed up. Here is your free DIY guide, or here's your free checklist. Then you wait a few days, let them know about your products, and then you say, hey, here's a 10% off coupon. If they don't buy that, maybe you wait a few days, tell them here's a 15% off coupon. Wait a few days, and if they still don't buy, maybe you stop there, or you send them a 20% off coupon. And if they still haven't purchased anything, you walk away. But this will get some people that are unfamiliar with your brand purchasing from you and making them into customers, which is the second bucket. So this is someone that's purchased from you, but maybe hasn't done a repeat purchase yet. You want to treat them different. They already know about your brand. They're already well aware of what your company stands for. They like your product, hopefully. And the key is trying to get them to come back and reorder. It's so much easier to get a customer to come back and reorder than it is to get someone who's never purchased from you before to try to place an order. That's scary. People don't like scary situations, and buying and putting your credit card online is a little bit scary. Once someone's already jumped off that cliff once and they know that it's safe, they're more likely to do it again. They realize, oh, this is a good experience. The last segment we have is VIPs. These are people that either spend a lot of money with your company or they make repeat after repeat purchase. So you want to treat them different. If maybe they spend $250 last time with you, you want to send them special emails. You want to reach out and say, hey, you haven't purchased again in 3 months or 6 months, whatever your buying cycle is. What can we do to get you back in here? Maybe send them coupons. Maybe it's just sending them a handwritten letter or a handwritten email. The next thing I want to talk about here is abandoned cart. And a lot of people don't do this. Very simple. When someone goes to your website and they start to purchase and they get distracted, then maybe they have a phone call or one of 100 things, send them an abandoned cart email. And you can send them just one email saying, hey, by the way, I saw that you forgot this. Or you can send them a coupon. A lot of people will send the abandoned cart email just saying, hey, I know you forgot about this. Maybe you should come back. And then if they still haven't purchased, the next day doing a 5 or 10% off coupon, and so on until they finally purchase. So that is all 7 of my tips right there. Make sure, if you haven't yet, you get the Online Store Success Pack, which includes 50 marketing ideas and a checklist for starting your online business, a bunch of really cool stuff in there. On top of that, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button down below. I have a ton more videos like this already and a ton more coming out that you'll get for free just by clicking subscribe right here in YouTube. If you have any questions, any comments, anything I can help you out with, I literally answer. You can look. I literally answer every single comment on YouTube. So if you have any questions, put it down below. And I have a special little bonus here. Like this video. I usually don't ask for likes, but please like this video. Once it reaches 250 likes, I'll do part 2. And I have some really cool e-commerce secrets that I can't wait till part 2. So like this video, and thank you so much for watching this. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.